Well everyone, this is part 3 of the 1000 sub special. I'm hoping there's going to be 2 more parts after this one. But yeah, first of all I'm going to say, yeah, I don't think I could have chosen a better day to do this part really. Especially for a very busy next few days, or well, almost next whole week at college. It is getting manic, it is. It will be until just after Christmas, and then probably even more after that. But I'm just going to say I've pretty much got numerous things planned already for next year, you know, and again, hopefully, who knows what will come up. Yeah, sorry, I had a bit of a croaky throat lately. Yeah. Again, as I've said before, and what's previously been happening, I plan things, but then things come rather randomly. Well, sort of what it would call right at the last minute, but yeah, you know, I've got things planned, and who knows what will come up. I think I've got things planned until at least until about summer, or if not, just after summer of next year, 2015. And well, first of all, yeah, I've got numerous things to talk about. First of all, what has made it now? Yep, we're all familiar with this, aren't we? Yep, Track Magic. I've recently got it. Great way to clean loco wheels and track. In fact, the first loco which may get serviced by this will probably be my Bachmann B1. I will upload. Yeah, I don't really want to explain that now. I'll upload a video explaining it because it might have a couple of mixed emotions, to be honest. Well, in terms of how the loco's been designed. You know, with the original B1, I hope this. I think pretty much Bachmann have. Sorry, get it in shot. Yeah, Bachmann have not repeated that process. Yeah, I mean, I should be better than this at filming. I mean, I have done media before a couple of years ago at college. It's acting what I'm doing now, so you know, if I did get rather enthusiastic in videos, you know, or I don't know, putting on like classic voices, which I did one with City of Truro in my first Great Western special, back at the start of 2013. But you know, in the acting industry or while studying it. At quite a high level, yeah, which is the main reason why it gets so busy. You know, can always put it in some of the videos. So yeah, what we're going to talk about first, yeah, 2 locos. First of all, Flying Scotsman. Now you've all, well, I'm sure most of you have probably seen my recent news video of her lately. My previous visit to the NRM, I asked again, of course, what was happening with Scotsman. Again, I explained most of this in the video. Her frames, main frame parts are at Riley's at Bury on the East Lancs, whereas her boiler is, yeah, you know, chained up in the NRM's workshops, along with her tender, but her boiler is ready to be refitted. The main problem, what they've recently been sorting out, has been the middle axle. The middle axle has been out of alignment. It is, understandably, you know, can be frustrating and no, not frustrating. Well, more harder for a loco like Flying Scotsman because she is the only A3 left. You know, when locos of their only class, the only class, well, type of its class preserved, you know, if it needs a lot of work done, it can be quite concerning for it, really. But yeah, as I said, if you're on Facebook, yeah, you know, you can like and keep up with the NRM's Facebook page. You know, they're explaining all stuff, and well, I'm towards into spring of 2015 next year. I'm gonna keep track of what's happening with Flying Scotsman. Once they've got her frames back, her boiler should be finally refitted again. But yeah, well, again, it was refitted before, wasn't it? Yep, I was getting quite high hopes. Yeah, when I saw her looking quite all together, like yeah, at the great, yeah, you know, and well, especially connected with her tender, during one of the Great Gathering visits last year. But yeah, but then you know, soon found out that her restoration had been halted. Then it was restarted, but finally now a boiler is ready to be refitted. It's been told, or well, if not exactly confirmed yet, but they've been told a few times, you know, stuff at the NRM saying that finally getting her all steamed up is scheduled for summer of next year. So yeah, in case you haven't done so already, if you're on Facebook, again, like the NRM's page, and yeah, we can all together keep up, you know, start start looking closely at at the progress with her into spring, or maybe at the start of next year, maybe, well, especially as we get closer to summer of next year. If they're going to have her on display in the Great Hall for a bit, all back together like they did before, you know, and I hope she stays that way. I'll go over to the that's when I'll go over to the NRM again next year. I'm hoping they'll do that. But I'm hoping next year that you know, next time I film Flying Scotsman, because I think I filmed her enough in the workshops now, you know, numerous times, especially last year. I hope that my next video of her next year, I'm hoping next year, will be of her all fully back together, either, you know, on display in the Great Hall, or actually steamed up. Yep. Maybe one day, like she used to do her runs to Scarborough, you know, hopefully one day, you know, either towards the back end of next year, or I don't know, it depends when we get the chance to, even if it's 2016, well, anyway, I'm hoping to film being on a journey pulled by the most famous steam loco ever, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. Again, back in 2005, I did watch her pull into York Station on a run to Scarborough. Here are the photos. I'm not sure if I've shown them at all, but I'll show them again now anyway. Yeah, again, it was August of 2005. Yep, and I'm pretty sure that was the only time I ever actually saw her running. The first time I ever properly saw her, you know, actually saw the real Flying Scotsman, was when she was undergoing a bit of work in the NRM workshops in about 2004, I think. Yes, about the year before. So, about 10 years since I first ever saw her. And one great thing is that, you know, family, you know, distant relatives of in the past, you know, we do have quite a railway history, you know, this family. Yeah, my dad's great uncle can remember a bridge called Scotty Bridge, you know, which on the East Coast Main Line, I think around, somewhere in the northeast. So many times a Flying Scotsman would race over it, either heading north or south. I mean, on there, my dad, can mostly remember seeing. I'm not sure if he ever actually saw the Flying Scotsman himself when he was younger. I don't know. Well, his great uncle saw her so many times going over that bridge. But my dad can remember, around Newcastle area, he can remember seeing the Deltics. You know, zooming back and forth. You know, north and south again. You know, who doesn't like the Deltics though? Well, if someone doesn't, well, we all have our opinion. But yeah, Deltics are, you know, one of the best, most famous diesel ever. I mean, this model is great in the City Freight set. It's a budget one, but no, part of me thinks that looks better in the, you know, in this livery. Of course, you can get the one just by itself, the St Paddy one in the BR blue. Again, of course, we were running my dad's old Deltic, which is in the I can't remember if it's in that box or the one up there. But yeah, something shorted out. She hasn't been looked at for a while. But hopefully, I mean, this Trap Magic will help get some of my dad's locos running. I mean, I was hoping to feature one or two of his diesels in my recent diesel gala, but unfortunately no. But now I've got Trap Magic, hopefully, there may be another diesel gala next year, or well, I'll see. I've been doing a few of them. I'll maybe do newer ones, you know, if I get more new diesels to, you know, so they can take part, and hopefully next time, hopefully next time, one or two of my dads will take part in it. And one of the loco I was talking about, 34092 City of Wells, or Wells, really, because if you've seen in my recent KWVR Worth Valley videos, yep, she was just called Wells. In case you don't already know, I'll tell you now. She was originally just called Wells, but then they changed it to City of Wells, which still pretty good, but you know, quite curious as well. You know, of course, I've got the actual City of Wells model, which is the the second box under those there. It was actually my dad which found out. He went, you know, the Worthwhile beer festivals. He usually always goes to those, and Wells was running along with the USA S160 Big Jim, which I filmed as well. Brilliant loco. Although he said that that one sadly failed at one point during the day, but I think she's all okay. I'm back and running now. You know, sometimes even if the steam loco has failed, I have to get a diesel out to give her on a train a tow. I think it can be just well, rather simple issues sometimes. I don't know, like a couple of you can correct me if I'm wrong, maybe, but clogged up tubes, or you know, where she can, you know, maybe still run light engine, but not enough steam to pull the train. But yeah, I think she's all okay. So yeah, it's brilliant that they've pretty much returned Wells to her original state. You know, you know, she's in, you know, they've put her back in BR green again. Yeah, BR Brunswick green, but with just, you know, her original type Wells nameplates on, you know, which is really good. Again, a few locos on the Worth Valley, you know, which were running, they've recently been taken out of service. It's like, as ones go out, others come in. And the next famous loco, or pretty much definitely famous loco, quite a famous one, which I'm hoping to film running on the Worth Valley. Well, out of the Worth Valley resident locos is 45596 Bahamas, which is most of you probably all know, under overhaul. Was it Tisley Works? I think it was in the East Midlands somewhere. Yeah, she's under overhaul. It said, well, that they're hoping to have her back in service or on the main line by at least 2017. Which will be fantastic. I mean, as you can see, the layout is still up. It's been up for a while now. It's going to have to go away soon. It'll probably be up again, probably between Christmas and New Year. You know, just kind of a break for about 3 or 4 weeks. You know, because again, as I said, I am getting pretty busy with things, and things have been piling up. You know, but there has been numerous videos. Again, I'll see what comes up. You know, if anything comes up between now and Christmas. Again, it won't be a great deal, but you know, yeah, I hope you enjoy my most recent ones. The layout's still going to be up for the probably the next video will be part 4 of the 1000 Sub Special. The clue of it is going to be down. Just one clue is on one of the tracks down there. I've got something quite clever in mind, which I've done sort of similar before, but this one's going to be a bit more updated, more advanced, and hopefully will be some new editing software for 2015 videos towards Christmas. Yeah, being looking at one particular one, which looks pretty good. Just just looking a bit closer. And around Christmas, I'm hoping there'll be 1 or 2 new loco reviews, or one at least. I've got something in mind. And now none of the 1000 Sub Special parts would be complete without mentioning the York National Railway Museum. I mean, so far over the past few years, I've filmed numerous videos of numerous different locos there. I'd say my favourite, well, probably the best and definitely my favourite event ever was definitely Railfest. Here she is.
Might have an idea. When it sort of screamed in.
Gorgeous. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, well, with the NRM great, with the Great Gathering. Definitely the year after. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame the weather wasn't swapped, because on the day of Railfest the weather wasn't the greatest. It was dry most of the time, but there was the odd shower and threatening looking sky. But the day that because pretty much all of it was outside, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry, just banged my arm there. If the camera shake. Although this camera tends to not pick up the shakes as much as my other one did, again, which is in the box there, which is again a ceased to function. But yeah, Railfest was pretty much all outside. Although there were a couple of things going on inside, again, like they had Winston Churchill spinning around on the turntable, which I'm looking forward to seeing again, with the being restored down on the mid-Hants, is it? Yeah, yes, yeah. I mean, if they are getting it running again. But yeah, as I was saying, the weather when it was the Great Gathering was just so. It was just so hot last year. Yeah. This year's summer was quite good, but I'd say maybe not as good as last year. Yeah, last year's summer was definitely noticeably better. It is getting much colder now. You know, as we're getting into November, we're getting towards the middle of November now. But yeah, that's what's expected, isn't it? Although, you've probably all seen my Wensleydale Railway video. Yeah, I'll get to those shortly, because I've got a bit of explaining to do there about that one. But yeah, in the morning, God, it was August. Yeah, it was still August when I went, and it really was bitterly cold that morning. It was like a morning in February. You had to get the heating on almost full blast inside the coaches. It really was cold. But yeah, I'll get back to the Wensleydale Railway shortly, because it's definitely one which I'm going to do another visit to again, hopefully maybe next year, in spring or something. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to Barrow Hill in maybe February of next year as well. Yeah, I'll see what I can do there, because one look at which I've never actually seen. So yeah, seen 60532 Blue Peter there. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. It's, reminds me I haven't seen Tornado for a while, a few years. But yeah, the weather really was really warm. Well, not warm, really hot on the first Great Gathering. Yeah, the one in July. The one during summer. I mean, a few people were passing out from the heat waiting. Yeah, 'cause when I first went, I queued for like literally an hour before we got into place. Yeah, that little 1 hour later, which came up just as I was approaching the entrance, that was real. That was not staged. Honestly, it was an hour before we got in, and a few people had fainted waiting out in the heat that long. I actually got the train to York then, which I really liked that run, but we still got them. To be honest, we had a great day. Met numerous subscribers there, like IC82, of course, who I first met at Railfest. S&DJR7F88. Yeah, that's Cullen. Yep. Great guy. You're all great just because I'll just say one of them's great. But yeah, the famous, fantastic IC82. The brilliant S&DJR7F88. Also Hornby BO3 fan as well. Was it one or two as well? Again, sorry if I haven't mentioned you, but again, I'll just say it really was great. It really was great to meet you all, especially most of you. It was the first. Yeah, it was the first time. Yeah, and that weather should have been there for Railfest, and the Railfest weather should have been during the Great Gathering. Although if it started raining, would have got absolutely drenched waiting outside for that whole hour. And yeah, the second one I went to, the autumn one, I drove there myself and got there in very good time, and I was literally straight in. But yeah, of course, now Railfest. So sorry if there's numerous cuts, just a few slight interruptions, but oh well. Yeah, I'm glad Fly Scotsman was out. Yeah, she was not 100% all intact when she was out at Railfest. At least they had her out there again, if you do remember. If you went there, or you've seen my videos of it from in 2012.
Why? What's happened? It lost something.
No, lost it.
So yeah, I can't remember the last time that her the last time her comrades were on were when they had her sheeted over, specially covered over on the Great Hall turntable to reveal all that together. First time in wartime black. She does look good in that livery, but I'm hoping to see her back in LNER green soon. Although I think she'd probably look good in BR Express blue as well, but overall she needs to be in LNER green. The type of loco she is, and the only one left of the A3 class, and the most famous locomotive in the world, pretty much. Yeah, she is that famous. And yeah, I mean, I've been going to the NRM for years, since I was pretty young. It was probably back in the late 90s, or more or less the late 90s when I first ever went. And recently now, Duchess of Hamilton is back there now, and Jürgen Mallard, the position she's still in the position that they put her in for the Great Gathering. Facing the opposite way to to where she was before, where the Duchess is now, towards the turntable. Facing towards sort of facing northish, or the north direction in which trains are pulling out of York Station. Of course, Mallard's been facing this way towards the turntable since the Great Gathering last year. However, it'd be great if they could get Mallard and the Duchess both next to each other here. Well, I'm both facing the same way. Like it, of course, the Duchess here and Mallard here. Because it will look fantastic, especially both sort of pointing out this way. And that the Duchess herself is now streamlined in the LMS way. So yeah, I really hope that, if they do next move Mallard to a different spot in here, that they put her here next to the Duchess. Of course, Mallard was stood right here for many years. But yeah, it'd be good if they next move her on this bit of track here. And both, of course, facing this way again, just like they used to. Before they re-streamlined the Duchess, Mallard was here, and the Duchess, was here. So hoping that, again, if Mallard is next moved at one point in the Great Hall, that they put her next to Duchess, because it really will look fantastic with them both together. It really will. I mean, it looked great before, even before the Duchess was streamlined, but it will seriously look even better this time. It almost those types of locos, especially together with each other, looks like they're even moving when they're stood still. Both racing to the north or racing to the south. It's a shame none of the the 6 A4 6 A4s preserved, 3 are static, 3 are operational. it's a shame more weren't really, because the class was so popular. Shame like none of the silver ones preserved. You know, like Silver Link, Silver Fox, Quicksilver, and Silver King. But what's even more sad is that none of the original streamlined Princess Coronations were saved. It's great that, yeah, you know, at least there is, well, you know, they've made one now, they've re-streamlined the Duchess, which is fantastic. I'm so glad they've done that. Even though I kind of miss how she sort of looked at the same time, they've made it look even better. You know, they've honestly made it look like that there was one saved at least. You know, a bit like when they built Tornado. They made it look like at least one A1 was saved when they were all, I don't really like to say scrapped, to be honest, because it is sad. It really is, especially even around Steam locos. Sorry, small Steam locos. Model ones. I mean, now let's talk about. It is pretty hard work keeping a railway going, even a small model one. You know, no matter what size in miniature, from out of miniature railways, from this small to. Yes, even that. Probably, maybe not that close to how hard it is to keep a big full-size standard gauge one going, but yeah, you know, at times, in miniature locos have to be checked over, if not completely overhauled. You know, particularly, I don't know, you know, ones with older mechanisms, keeping the track clean as well. Of course, I've got the Track Magic now, which should help much more massively. But there's numerous used rubbers in there, including including my dad's really old one. There's a couple of Hornby ones, a couple of Pico ones, but yeah, you can tell that even fairly new ones have been pretty well used. I don't know what's better. I mean, put down in the comments, do you prefer the Pico ones, the Hornby ones? But let's see what the Track Magic can do soon. I mean, I can feel a little bit of dirt just on my fingers there. It is quite dirty work. Yep, and I've stood. Yeah, I'm just gonna say now. So I may suddenly randomly change the subject. Well, at least we're sticking to the same usual things. Yeah, and again, really glad that Helgen has joined the fleet now. The Hymex fantastic model. Again, if you're looking for one of those, go to Olivia's Trains, because they've got them. They've got a selection of a few, you know, different liveries, and you know, you can choose how you want them, like DCC, so well, you know, just analog like this one is here again, DCC sound, or you know, decoder fitted or sound, but watch, because the price, you know, especially you know, sound, the price goes woof. Oh yeah, you probably get whopping by that. Oh yeah, just gonna say again, you know, rest in peace Model Zone. Still got, you know, many models, and I'm always gonna keep those stickers on. Locos I've got from Models, and oh god, I think I got that original Hogwarts one from there. Oh yeah, Falcon came from there. City of Wells is from there. I think I think was it one of the Class 50s I got, which had faulty lights. But yeah, numerous locos and rolling stock are from Model Zone. Oh yeah, the final loco, of course, I got from Model Zone was the Linear D49 here. Again, good model. I'd say a little bit overpriced, mine, $74.99 for a medium-sized railroad budget model. I'd say about 60, 62, 63 about £10 cheaper. You know, that is just alright. But yeah, you know, great model. I had to get one more loco from Model Zone before it went. It's just over a year now since well, my closest one closed first, which is now at a different, like a handbag shop or something, I think. But the one where I got this one, this loco, my second closest one, is just still an empty shell. They haven't done anything with it yet, and it's been over a year, so strange there. of course, there's been great numerous loco arrivals. There's been, of course, the 52XX here, the amazing Duke of Gloucester, which again, there will be more videos coming up soon. A couple of years ago, City of Truro came along. I mean, when I first opened that day. Okay, this just arrived today, about 10-15 minutes ago. Well, where is it? Here it is. Was just amazing. It was just a fantastic model of the numerous, countless videos, or countless just standalone videos for her, and numerous clips of her in special events as well. I should probably do another Steam Gala for where the Duke of Gloucester can take part. Because I don't think she's taken part in a big sort of local gathering yet. I'll see what I can do maybe next year. But yeah, I mean, some of the plans I've got, they might possibly go into early 2016. I mean, I'll say now, this channel is set to go on, depending, despite the layout being temporary, not exactly as many layout videos as some out there. Well, still a good decent amount, but maybe one day, hopefully, I will have a permanent one. I mean, I will miss that. Despite this one being temporary, not a proper layout really at all in terms of what, well, like others you see out there. But yeah, I will miss having it on this floor. I mean, I don't know where the permanent one will be, but yeah, as I just said, this channel is set to go on. I mean, who knows what can happen in the future. If I'm in the future, if I'm joined by any young ones of mine, well, that won't exactly be anytime soon, but you never know what can happen out there. I'm hoping that this this loving for these trains, way for trains, and not just loving them, this model railway collecting carries on. I hope it is still carried on. If I do have kids at some point in the future, well, it'll most likely probably be, if they do like trains, they'll probably most likely be lads. If they like them as much as me and my dad did. If they start collecting them, themselves. I mean, by then my dad's, ones will pretty much, the ones they buy, my dad's ones will pretty much be, like their great grand locos, great grandparent locos, and mine will be. Well, might not be their grand one. Well, yeah, just their grand ones, and my dad the great grand ones. I don't want to make myself feel too old, but yeah. Now, okay, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, again, there was a few things.